And then the bullying, fear-based, I think of it as like a rock. Like the parent is just like a rock, like hit the kid with a rock. I mean, I know they wouldn't, of course. Well, maybe, but
hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Not in our audience, they wouldn't.
Exactly. But it's just they're completely unyielding. Is the thing that they are so rigid on what they want. That they don't understand the child, that there isn't anything nourishing, and which goes down to the last one, which I feel like I envision it like soil. It's much more organic. It's like you plant the seed, you nourish it, you train it, you sometimes brace it as it grows into a tree, and you give it stability and structure as well as freedom to blossom into what it needs to be, but within the boundaries of the law of the growing, the law of the core principles that you're bringing into your home. So anyway, you end up with modern progressive. The goal there is to make independent people, okay, which seems good, but actually can be bad for families. The goal for the bullying fear-based is to make codependent people. People who have to be told what to do, right? Who feel like they're not sure if they've done it right and somebody's going to get mad if they don't. And then the goal for the traditional strict is the interdependent people, the people who will work as a family unit, who understand there's more to life than just them. There's principles, there's this family that they're part of, that they need to work with and learn how to relate with. That's the really nutshell version. What do you think?
That sounds good to me. I'd like to think that I'm on that ladder, the last one.
Good. Well, hopefully we all want to be on that one. I really think we need to embrace the idea of being strict and not passive-aggressive strict, not the kind that whispers mean words into their child's ears during church when they're, but the kind that says, you're not following instructions right now.
Oh, do you know, that's it. I have this friend. And years ago when our children were young, I could tell what was going on because she had told me when her child who would sit next to her she would sit like with her arms folded, kind of like this, with one of her hands kind of really far out. And she would be pinching her child until they stopped doing what they were doing.
But see, I would call that passive-aggressive. They're trying to make
smiling while they're pinching
happen. Yes, and it is a way to teach children dishonesty. When I had those really troubled kids, I would often get called to the school because there were things happening. And I'll tell you, there's a beautiful moment when you've got a child having a tantrum at school, and you go there, and in front of all the administration, everybody that's tried to coddle, cajole, by force, whatever, with this child, and you all of a sudden say, so-and-so, right now you are clenching your fists, you are yelling, you are choosing to be out of instructional control. What you should do is, you should close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, because we want to know what the problem is. And we can't talk about it right now until you choose to be calm. And then you say that, and then they see the child do it. And then they see you tell them how to accept a no answer. And let's practice it. Let's do it with the person you had a problem with right now. Da-da-da-da. And you just do it in front of this whole group of administrators and people, and they're going, whoa, what just happened? And they say to you, how did you learn to do that? And obviously you do have to learn stuff. And that's the kind of stuff I teach. How do you do that? How do you stay calm when somebody else isn't? And how do you help them know how to be calm? And part of that comes from your confidence, your security as a parent, knowing the principles you want to live as a family and the relationship you want to have, and then deliberately doing it. And it takes deliberate action and not caring who's around. And so when you do that, then you're assertive. Instead of pinching, or whispering mean things in their ear or whatever, you're being assertive. And you're saying, this is what's happening, and you're describing it. This is what needs to happen, and here's why. And then the child actually can lose all of their anxiety. It goes away because they understand that you're seeing exactly what's happening. And you're giving them something to go on.
Fantastic. You know, we're going to take that's a beautiful example, and it has some great steps in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to be right back. You're listening to B.J. Stober and Nicholeen Peck here on Family Voice Talk Radio at KHQN 1480 AM. And we're inviting you to come right back, and we're going to learn some more things. So we'll see you back here in just a few minutes.